I just want to check in with everyone. The coronavirus has really kind of crippled not just the United States, but the world right now. And I'm telling you, a lot of people freaking out. And, I don't personally know anybody well, I know a friend of a friend who got the coronavirus, but I don't personally know anybody who got it yet. I don't, it sounds like can be a pretty intense experience. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of fear out there right now because of not just the health concerns and where this may go, but also what might happen financially as people are losing their jobs and basically exhausting all their savings and stuff. It sounds like here in the US, there is some relief coming for people, but I'm just curious, how's everybody doing? Like, I know that even, for me, I consider myself to be fairly tough, mentally at times. I mean, I have my moments too, but yeah, how's everybody coping with it? And I think the chat's open too. So I was thinking maybe going every day at 6 a.m., doing a quick 15-minute live video check-in with an open forum. And people can share your stories. Do you know people who have, hey, Fitty Durand from the bunker in Colorado. Probably, have you tunneled into NORAD yet, Mr. Jimenez? I know that you have lots of plans to ride this out from a undisclosed location in the Colorado Rockies. So anyway, probably with lots of weed, I would imagine. Or no, I'm sorry, cannabis. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of scary. It's just kind of seeing where there's knowing the scary part is the unknown. No one knows where everything's going to end. And I'm curious, what are people doing? Like I'm getting a lot of walks, runs, whatever in liposonal vitamin C. Hit your body with that. I got a prebiotic, probiotic I'm taking. Eating lots of fruits and berries and vegetables, avocado, grapefruit. I know with cancer, there's a kind of a general consensus that you should be avoiding sugar as much as possible, but I'm not too worried about that right now. When the Tyrannosaurus Rex is bearing down on you, you tend to worry a little bit less about your waist size or the number of cancer cells that may be growing in your body. So anyway, not to be cavalier or trite, but no, like I think that the biggest thing for folks is controlling your mindset. Where are you at mentally? That's the thing that can really make you sick. If you let the stress overtake you, your immune system becomes compromised because your body is effectively shutting down your immune system because it's perceiving that you're getting into a fight or flight type of response, and your body can't differentiate between what's a real threat and a perceived threat. It looks at your mind looks at the same. Durand, who's in the chat right now, we back in, I think it was 1998, we did a Europe, gosh, that's a long time ago, 22 years ago, we did a European tour. And first time I'd been on a train, a passenger train, we went from Rome to Prague. And I think there were some German girls serenading us from one of the cars. We couldn't figure out where our sleeping car was, so we ended up sleeping in the aisle of this train for I don't know, 8 hours or whatever. Basically, we were up until the drink cart quit serving us. But yeah, that was awesome. I'll never forget coming through. Uh, in my mind, it was the Bavarian Alps, and we were going through these mountains, and I remember seeing this castle in the morning mist off in the distance. It was pretty epic. I'll never forget that moment. And Duran, Mr. Hemans, and Aaron Joseph's a friend of mine, we shared that experience. So hopefully they shared it too. I don't know. They were probably sleeping yet, but or that's what we called passed out back then, was sleeping. Anyway, so how's everyone doing? Just yeah, I love you too. Love you too, Duran. Just curious, like I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I'm working on my mindset daily, doing what I can. I believe there's a lot of aid coming for people who have been unemployed and furloughed. I am very concerned about the economic carnage from this, on top of the health crisis, and it's pretty amazing how unprepared we are as a country for stuff like this, because you don't really know until it hits. And it's amazing worldwide how unprepared most of the world was for something like this. So it's me personally, how unprepared I was. So anyway, going to be live 6 a.m. every day. I am learning how this YouTube thing works. So 6 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Central United States. And if you want to join me, jump on, get on the chat. I am committed to learning how this works, and the only way to really learn it is to do it. And I'm taking hey, Paul, thanks for checking in. The only way to do it is to do it and learn it. It'll force me to get a little bit better. So today's will be a little abbreviated because I had to commit to doing it and then have the courage to actually get out here and do it at 6 a.m. I think I was a little late. But tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central Daylight Time, I will be live. We're going to go live until further notice every day, 6 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Why so early? It's like the only time I get peace in my house. We do another one on Facebook at noon. That one's a little more, I'd say it's a little more business focused, but it's not really. I mean, it's got a real estate theme. That's our industry we're in. But we're really, that one noon on Facebook. If you want to get on that one, friend me on Facebook, Scot Pekarek, Pekarek. But the goal there is, for people to share their stories on Facebook, how they're dealing personally, financially, emotionally with what's going on right now. This is something new. This is like nothing. Like, I remember the Great Recession of 2008. I remember 9/11. I remember a few other crises that have happened throughout. Noon in France. Nice. So it'll be a lunchtime discussion, Paul. How's it going in France? Like that's the other thing I want to find out. Like, we've got a kind of a worldwide footprint here, and I know there's some people from South Korea. What's going on there? Paul, if you want to just give a few comments in the chat here, because I think these all will be memorialized once the video posts on our YouTube channel. But we hear Europe is, Italy in particular has been getting a lot of unfortunate news here. It seems also Spain has been pretty high on the list of mortality rate. I'm not sure what's real and what's just being reported. France, we haven't heard much, other than sounds like you guys might be on lockdown. Germany, we hear, is on lockdown. There's most of the impact here in the United States has been in New York, particularly New York City, and then Washington State over Kirkland, and California, parts of California, San Francisco Bay Area. And I haven't really delved into why. Obviously there's international travel that happens in these major cities, these major metropolitan markets. West Coast is, the proximity, there's a lot of commerce, obviously, that happens between the world and China, where this started. And, I think the western part of the U.S., more travel than some of the other areas in the U.S. So it's inevitable it was going to spread. And, we just hope that, our medical system can keep up with an influx of patients. So, lots of thoughts. I'm not going to get to all of them now. Jocko Willnick, does he say good? Okay, so Paul, lockdown here, only allowed out with signed paperwork. Otherwise, okay. Well, cool. You guys have plenty of food, I assume, and water, and still wearing clothes, which is good. Anyway, I'm going to roll today. This is a quickie, but tomorrow at 6 a.m., we will. I'm going to figure out how to promote this and get the word out a little bit more. Again, I'm a newbie at the YouTube thing still. By about the time I figure it out, my tumor will be gone. So we hope that's the case. So anyway, all right, I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Same damn place, same damn time. Boom.